Hi, Jefferson County parents. It's crucial to be aware of how the system works, especially when dealing with the Department of Children and Family Services, or DCFS. I'm here to guide you through essential steps to protect your rights and your child's welfare. Unfortunately, there are serious concerns in our county that you need to be aware of, ranging from financial incentives that may not align with your child's best interests, potential conflicts of interest, and even reports of fraud and illegal adoption practices. Start by documenting everything. Every phone call, every email, and every meeting with DCFS or related parties should be recorded and saved. For example, suppose a caseworker like Clarice Jones tells you one thing, but later in court, she denies it. If you have a recording or detailed notes, you can challenge such discrepancies. Remember, your documentation can be your most powerful tool if you need to prove misconduct or protect your child's rights. Knowing your rights is critical. Under the 14th Amendment, you're entitled to due process. This means you should be given proper notice of all court hearings, the opportunity to present evidence, and the right to challenge any decisions made by DCFS. In Jefferson County, there have been cases where parents weren't notified of important hearings, resulting in decisions being made without their input. If this happens to you, it's vital to speak up immediately and demand that your rights be respected. Contact an experienced attorney, particularly one who understands the complexities of DCFS cases in Jefferson County. An attorney can be your advocate in court, helping you navigate a system that can sometimes feel stacked against you. For instance, if you're dealing with a judge like Ernest Brown, who has a history of ruling in favor of DCFS in suspicious circumstances, a knowledgeable attorney can help expose any potential biases or conflicts of interest. It's important to be aware of any conflicts of interest that could be affecting your case. Let's talk about a few examples. In some cases, there are relationships between DCFS staff and judges that could unfairly influence the outcome of a case. For instance, if a caseworker like Kamala Edwards is related to a judge overseeing your case, this could result in biased decisions. These conflicts should be reported to federal authorities immediately. Did you know that there are financial incentives for states to keep children in the foster care system? Under the Adoption and Safe Families Act, DCFS, states receive federal funding for every child placed in foster care or adopted out. In Arkansas, this funding can amount to thousands of dollars per child. While this money is intended to help children, it can also create perverse incentives to keep kids in the system longer than necessary, rather than reuniting them with their families. In Jefferson County, there have been troubling reports of fraud and illegal adoption practices. Some parents have reported that their children were adopted out without their knowledge or consent, often in exchange for financial gain. This isn't just unethical, it's illegal. For example, there have been cases where DCFS workers have been accused of manipulating records to make it seem like parents were unfit, just to expedite an adoption. If you suspect this is happening, it's crucial to contact federal authorities like the Department of Justice or the FBI. They have divisions that investigate public corruption and civil rights violations. One of the most alarming issues we've seen is the connection between the foster care system and child trafficking. In some cases, children who are kept in the system are at higher risk of being trafficked. This is a harsh reality, and it's something that must be taken seriously. If you suspect that your child is being placed in a situation where they could be at risk, don't hesitate to reach out to organizations that specialize in combating child trafficking. Your vigilance could save a life. In Jefferson County, it's more important than ever to protect your child and your parental rights. By documenting everything, knowing your rights, seeking legal support, reporting conflicts of interest, understanding the financial incentives in play, and being aware of the risks of fraud and trafficking, you can better safeguard your family's future. If you suspect any wrongdoing, report it to the proper federal authorities immediately. Your actions could prevent your child from becoming a victim of a system that's supposed to protect them but sometimes falls short.